How are things going around there?
You know, we'll be at Primrose 2 years in September. We like it very much. We're in a villa.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, and the villa works really well for us. Betty and I been married almost 73 years.
That's incredible.
Met in high school, so I trapped her. She couldn't get away.
There you go. Well, apparently she was okay with it if you're going on, going to start year 73. So,
Yeah,
did a little research on you.
yeah.
There.
Well, my job, they keep all the records, you know. You can't hide.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. You can't hide. So, but it was enjoyable reading your kind of your resume, your work history, your baseball career is pretty phenomenal.
Well, I was raised in Anderson, Indiana, just a skinny kid from the west side, and started pitching when I was 9 or 10 years old, before Little League. So we played on a regular diamond. But when I got to high school, about to my sophomore, junior year, so the scouts came to watch me and my catcher, Jack Rector, who was a good buddy as well. And so the Dodgers had a scout from Indianapolis, which is just 30 miles away. He got pretty close to us in high school. So when we graduated, I was invited, Jack and I were invited to go to New York and to work out with the Dodgers, which were Brooklyn at that time.
Right.
And so we stayed a week and worked out with the team at Ebbets Field. So that really put the cinch on me who I wanted to play for. So I decided to, I had to go in the Navy as soon as I got out of high school. So I was into the war, so I got a couple of years in the Navy. And when I got out, I signed with the Dodgers and went to the minor leagues. Branch Rickey was an owner of the Dodgers. A brilliant man, not because he signed me, but
well, part of it.
He had signed Jackie Robinson
Right.
a year before I was signed. And so I made it through the minors fast. I was only in the minors about 2 years, and made the Dodgers in 1948.
Okay.
And then I stayed with the Dodgers 10 years in Brooklyn, and then in 58 we moved to Los Angeles. And I played there for 2 years. So I had a 12-year career.
It's amazing.
I played with some great players.
Yeah.
We had, of course, Jackie Robinson is a historic figure. I played with Jackie 9 seasons, and we were not only teammates, we became a good, close friends, and did a few things out on the field, off the field in schools and at a youth organization.
Sure.
Then my roommate was Duke Snyder. He became a Hall of Famer. My catcher was Roy Campanella. He was a Hall of Famer. I think there were 5 or 6 Hall of Famers on that team.
That's incredible.
And so in my 12 seasons with the Dodgers, we won the National League 6 times and I actually played in 5 World Series. The last series in LA, I was through as a player, and I was a coach at that time.
Okay.
So, we had a very strong team, strong lineup, and I think I never counted lately, but I think there's 6 Hall of Famers on that team.
Well, it sounds like you made some pretty nice appearances in a few of the World Series.
Say what?
Sounds like you had some pretty nice appearances in some of the
in
World
the series?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a thrill to get to make a series anyway, but I was fortunate enough to play in five series. I won 2 complete games in the series, relieved several times. I think I was in 11 different games over the course of that. We played the Yankees 5 times. Now, I don't like to talk about that because we couldn't get to. We'd play 7 games. We'd always lose a 7th game.
Is that right?
In 1955, we did win the World Series against the Yankees. So that was a big win. And the only time in the Brooklyn Dodger history that a team won the World Series. So that was quite an accomplishment for the fans to have a World Series team.
Sure.
And then I moved to LA, and the second year in LA, 59, after Brooklyn waited 75 years to a World Series. In LA, we won the series the second year we were there.
Wow.
So I was fortunate to get a ring on the East Coast and one on the West Coast.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I had 4 pitching coaches in my career. They were all catchers. They did not have former pitchers as pitching coaches until about the middle 50s. It's unusual, but the theory was the manager could go to the catcher, the pitching coach, who's a catcher, and ask him, how is this guy's throwing today?
Sure.
How good is his fastball? How good is his curveball? So that was a theory that the catcher could always evaluate and tell the manager. But the pitching coach, as a catcher, could not help you with mechanics or the psychological side of pitching 3-2 and the bases loaded. Catcher couldn't help you there. That all changed in I think it might have been the early 50s. They started hiring pitchers as pitching coaches. And eventually that led to the changes we see now with the pitch count and the starter pitching 7 good innings, and then the bullpen finishes up. But let me tell you, in my era, if the Dodger manager had come to the mound in the 7th inning and say, "Well, Carl, you pitch a nice thing. Give me the ball, because you can't have the ball. You're not going to get the ball."
That's how it was then.
Well, complete games meant something
Right.
in my era.
Right.
Not so today.
No.
But when you negotiated your contract, and most of us didn't have agents, we negotiated on our own. One of the key points was, how many games did you finish? How many times did the bullpen have to save you? That was kind of the mindset. So when you pitched the ball game as a starter, your intention was to finish it. And as the manager came out and was hesitant about leaving you in, you talk him out of it. You wanted the complete game, and but that's all changed now with the pitch count.
Yeah, you didn't have pitch counts back then?
Yeah. So, is it better or worse? Well, it's just different.
Who's the best hitters that you ever went against?
The toughest hitter is always the guy that makes contact. Some of the best home run hitters are free swingers, they strike out a lot.
Right.
Like Mantle, I used to strike Mantle out a lot in the series because he was a free swinger. But Stan Musial with the Cardinals, he was what you'd call a contact hitter. Now there's a technique in hitting. If the ball is outside, you hit it the opposite way. If it's down the middle, you hit it up the middle. If it's inside, you pull it. Musial had he had just a fantastic read on pitches, and he always hit the ball where it was pitched. So he hit to all fields. And then when he got his good pitch, he could hit it out of the park too. So his lifetime was about 330.
Sure, yep.
And when Musial passed away a few years ago, I got a call from the guy, and he said, "Carl, you pitched 12 seasons in the big leagues. Do you know who you faced the most time?" And I said, "I don't have a clue." "You faced Stan Musial 164 times."
Wow, that's incredible.
Well, I pitched over 300 innings against the Cardinals.
Wow.
And I had good success against the Cardinals, but Musial always got his hits. And the strategy to pitch to Musial, get the guys out in front of him. The guys too in front of you. Don't get them on. When Musial doubles, nobody scores.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's awesome.
Right.
So, well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. It's an absolute pleasure to get to meet you, Carl, and to get to spend a little bit of time with you. I'm really glad that things are going well for you in Anderson and in the villas, and the staff and everybody there is taking care of you and Betty. So.
Yeah, we think the staff makes Primrose The facilities are nice, but the staff here has always been very cordial and very easy to get to know, and they don't coddle us or, you know, nothing special. They treat everybody very well. So yeah, we've been happy here almost 2 years.
Good.
And so it's a pleasure to talk to you and reminisce a little bit about days gone by.
Yeah, no, the pleasure is all mine, sir. Thank you.
Enjoyed it very much. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Carl. Take care.